can a single game have such a massive range of reviews? Anyone who's played an escape room knows the first thing you get asked when you tell your friends is, was it good? And that is a very important question, because escape rooms are sometimes amazing, and sometimes so bad. Escape rooms are real-world challenge games where you get locked in a room with a bunch of other people and you have to discover how to escape. This usually involves cracking clues, solving puzzles, and working together. You've got an hour to work it out, and if you escape before the time is up, you win. Does that look familiar? The Crystal Maze was a 90s TV show that saw contestants running between themed zones full of puzzle rooms. Some of them were physical and some intellectual, with each lasting only a few minutes. If you complete the puzzle, you bag a crystal for your team. If you take too long and the time runs out, you risk getting locked in. At the end, you add up your crystals, which decides how much time you get in the big crystal full of money and leaf blowers. The basic concept of an escape room has been around for at least as long as the Crystal Maze, with some suggesting that outdoor mazes were actually some of the first and simplest escape rooms. In an unusual twist, the modern format of escape rooms may well have been inspired in part by early computer games like Myst, which is interesting because usually it's the computer games that are inspired by the real world. So why are some escape rooms so much better than others? Like any experience, escape rooms can be bad for basic reasons like shabby execution or things being broken. But unlike most other experiences, your enjoyment of an escape room is also directly related to the challenge it presents. Too easy and you walk out after 5 minutes feeling robbed. Too difficult and you're left frustrated and defeated. And that second one can actually be worse than the first.
I don't think anybody would have been able to figure that out. There's a very big difference between going through a challenging experience and losing it, and then going through like a completely stupid and unintuitive experience. This place was unintuitive. It wasn't challenging. It was unintuitive.
You were supposed to open up for the first lock, like for the first case, you were supposed to start at like number 5. And once you unlock number 5, you were supposed to figure out the next one you're unlocking without even telling you. The next one you're unlocking is number 8. Then all of a sudden you would jump and be unlocking number 1. Like, it was never in a sequence where you could understand it, and they couldn't even explain it afterwards either.
It can make you feel stupid, let down, or just plain old angry that someone set you a challenge that wasn't possible to win. The ideal escape room should be a struggle, but one that you can overcome, allowing you to escape by the skin of your teeth in the last few minutes. We want to be challenged and to feel smart when we crack the code.
We figured it out. 5 minutes left, apparently. Almost beat the record. We're better than average.
So what is it that some escape rooms do that others don't? If I asked you to draw a maze on a piece of paper that would take someone exactly 1 minute to solve, it might take a couple of attempts, but you could do it. Now what if I said your maze would have to take 1 minute to solve for both an expert maze solver and someone who's never seen a maze before? This is the challenge that faces the designers of escape rooms. Your puzzles have to be approachable and intuitive enough that someone brand new to them can work them out, but still difficult enough to keep the experts busy. And that's just the simplest consideration. Add to that everyone has a different brain. Some people know stuff, some people are good with numbers, some like language, some are logical thinkers, and some are good with intuition. It's not hard to see that this is a near impossible task, and it's certainly a lot to do with why some people slip through the net. For this reason, a room will usually come with a difficulty rating to give you the vaguest possible idea of whether the challenge will suit you. Describing a room based on its difficulty as perceived by a random human, or even its theme or period, is a pretty unhelpful measure of challenge. Anyone who's tried to decide which room to book on any escape room website will understand the struggle. I'd like to see some new language that gets a little closer to describing the brains and thinking styles of the people the room is aimed at. Lateral thinking, making connections, or even reading between the lines would all be much more helpful ways of understanding what sort of thinking the challenge involves.
Oh wait, they're two different things! Wait!
The design of an escape room, like any game, is dependent on balancing level of challenge with accessibility of thought, because you can't tackle a challenge you don't understand. There are no golden rules that guarantee success in game design, which really makes you appreciate the collection of skills that escape room designers have to wield to do what they do.
Yeah, so the Turpicas are basically an awards we've started doing last year, and the goal of the Turpicas is to find the best escape rooms in the world and determine that based on the input from the most experienced escape room enthusiasts in the world. So Our goal here is sort of twofold. It's sort of to help enthusiasts that like to travel and play escape rooms and plan their vacations around them, to sort of create a bucket list of rooms they can visit, and also to honor the room creators out there that are just making the really best stuff out there.
The Turpica Escape Room Awards are the first step towards recognizing this incredible art. So next time you have a blast escaping the room, remember, you've just experienced the holy grail of puzzle design.